What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today, we are unboxing our home biogas. We've had this system for a while now, and I'm just getting around to making the video. Sorry about that, but this is a detailed video of how to assemble your home biogas system. Like I said, we've had this for a while now, put together. We've been using it, been making gas, cooking with our stove. We've had it for almost a year, and it works great. Just like it said, we're literally cooking with gas, our poop gas. It breaks everything down in the bag. The bag acts like a tank, and it's through the process of methanogenics, I think is what they call it, of how it breaks down and produces the gas. And then it goes in through your stove, and you, of course, have a pipe, and your toilet is away from the bag and everything. So it's pretty much just like a regular toilet, only you pump it more like you would on like a boat. If you've ever been on like a big boat or like a yacht or something, they have these like pump toilets like that. And here we are unboxing the rest of the bag and the tank. There's the little chute valve and everything that you can throw your food waste and food scraps down directly in the bag if you want. Our cat Cornbread, he is our box inspector. And then here's the little stove. You can also get a bigger stove than this. They have like a 2-burner stove you can get. We just got the 1-burner stove because it's just us. And like I said, we've been using it. It works great. And here we are. You have to build a little box for your toilet to sit on. No pipes go through the box or anything. You'll see later on in the video where the pipes actually go through, but none go down through the box or anything like that. And you can build whatever you want to set your toilet on. You can make it as unique as you want. You know what I mean? I eventually want to replace my box with a giant tree stump. We're not done in the bathroom yet completely, but when we do get further along, that's what I'm planning on doing. Attaching the toilet to the box and putting the seat on the toilet is pretty much the easiest part, and really no explaining needed. You just put the screws through the box, and then you put the screws through the little lid, and this all comes with instructions and pictures and everything. This was just the easiest part. After we got the toilet seat on and the toilet in the position we want it, we then went outside to work on the outdoor portion, setting up the bag and everything. You do have to have a level, flat surface for this to sit on. We had some of these little paver path extra blocks laying around that we just put together and used. You can put it on whatever you want. If you want to build a wood platform or boards or whatever, it just needs to be on something level and flat, so that rocks and stuff are not digging into the bottom of it.
So here we're putting the seals into all the openings and on all the attachments. I'm going to put all the attachment seals on, and then we're going to put them all together. These are the hose ends and the pipes that will stick out, that will allow for your sink inlet of putting your food and waste. Here we're putting on some grease for putting the attachments together. This is it's like a sealant grease to allow them to really kind of stick together, almost like a glue. Get it on there nice and tight. Do this to all the attachments anywhere that there's a connection made. So now we're going to sit here and put our attachments into each hole on each end. One end is for the sink where you put all your food and waste. The other end holds the filter and also your gas line. So this end is the sink end where your food will go in. And here we have the filter end, along with, this is also where your bio toilet line comes in and your gas filter comes out as well. So we're going to grease it up here, and then we're going to pop it in the hole and make sure it's in there nice and tight. Just like that. Real simple. Nice and secure.
And this is what the bag looks all laid out. You will see it big because you fill it with a bunch of water.
Then you clip both ends down, the sink and the filter end, with the clips and ropes it comes with.
After you put those little tie downs on, and got your little neck part situated, you then fill it with water. And then you fill it until it runs out the other side. So you're going to put the hose in one side and then it will run out the other. So you fill it until this bad boy is full. So you put it in the neck portion there like that. And then it'll run out that other portion on the other side when it is full. And that's how you know you've got it full enough. While that was filling, we filled the sandbags that come with it. The sandbags go in the top of the bag. You'll see later on there's little pouches in the top of the bag that you put those in. And what that does is presses down on the gas once it fills with gas to push the gas into your home.
Now we're going to lube up what is called the sink. This is sits at the top. This is kind of where you dump your food into and then plunge it down into the bag. So we'll lube this up and then we'll pop it right on its attachment here. Once it's in there nice and tight, you connect the top strings to the bag right here with the clips. The system does come with the carabiners and rope, and what this does is hold your sink in place so it, the wind can't blow it around and it can't be knocked around. Just kind of keeps it firm in place.
And this is pretty much, once you get everything in place, what the bag will look like when it's full of water, but not what it'll look like when it's full of gas. It takes a minute to a little bit to make gas and get full. It just depends on your heat. Here in the desert, we do really good. And then you can see I grabbed the sandbags, and you can kind of see the little slots on the top where you slide the sandbags in. They each have their own little slot to slide them in, and they tie and everything. And then here's the digester sink where you can drop your direct food waste into. And then we'll show you later on how the toilet and everything connects. But here's the effluent side of it that we're connecting with the cords that came with it. And you can either bury your effluent or collect your effluent for plant nutrients, etc. That's up to you. But here's the sandbag little pouches. They just go in the top there.
The next step is we're going to insert our gas filter. So you pull this out of the box, you take off the little labels that say remove, pop off the cap right here on this end, drop the filter in, pop the cap back on, and your filter for gas is in. Now we're going to start connecting all our gas lines. So we connect the first one that's attached to the Y plastic filter piece to the bag there. You can see as I'm pushing it together. Then we'll connect the hose that will run to our house, to our stove. Comes with these nice little plastic bushings for making all the connections super easy. To make things super easy, to make sure you stay within the proper distance, it comes with two 20mm outdoor gas tubing pipes and one 10mm indoor gas tubing pipe. The 10mm tubing pipe is 3 meters long, and the 20mm tubing pipe is 7 meters long. It does come with all the valves and screw connector fittings for connecting all the pipes, making things super easy and friendly to put together. Now that all the outdoor connections are made, we're going to move to the inside, to the toilet, and then we'll come back to connecting this to the stove later on. So moving inside to the toilet, we're going to take our vented loop and find the proper location. This first half of the hose should be 2 feet long to the vented loop, and then the remaining feet should be no longer than 15, depending on if you're on a slope or not. So once you have your first length figured out, you're going to cut your flexible reinforced sanitation hose. Now, this hose does not come with it. This has to be purchased separately. Best place you could find it is at a marine store. Now that we have our hose measured out, we're going to start putting the connections on with the actual fittings to make it all nice and tight and sealed. So here we're connecting it to the back part of the toilet that it'll pump out. Every connection between the toilets and hose are sealed using hose clamps. They do mention to put your hose clamps in opposite directions and place your screws on opposite sides for the best seal.
They recommend using 1.5-inch sizing pipe hosing for this, and we actually ended up getting 1.25 because we couldn't get the bigger size to seal properly. The smaller pipe, the 1.25 that we got, was harder to get on, but what we did is we put it in a pot of boiling water and kind of got it the inflexible, and then stuck it on there and then clamped it down. So I recommend sizing down on your hosing to get a really, really good seal on it. I mean, it might work for you, but it just didn't work out for us. So that's why we sized down, and it actually has worked out way better.
Once your hose clamps are nice and tight to your toilet end, you're going to move on to your vented loop. You're going to get it nice and secure, and then you're going to secure it to the wall with its screws that are included. Being that we live in a yurt and don't have normal walls, we put up this board here between some of our support beams. Now that the toilet interconnections are made, we're going to pop a hole through the floor to run the pipe out to the bag. Now we're going to feed the pipe through the hole and get our connections made to the vented loop on the inside here using our hose clamps.
And then you just connect it to the outside just like that. And you can see our new pipe there. After that, we just made our stove connections. Those were really easy to do. We didn't show those because they were so easy. And that was pretty much it. Here's the toilet working and pumping with water in it. And then here you'll see the stove. It does take a little bit for the stove, you to make enough gas to activate and be able to use the stove. But here is the stove working. Like I said, I waited a good while to make this video edit for you guys. It's been almost a year now. I look completely different than in this video. But yeah, here's the stove working. It has a really nice blue flame, and it burns a little hotter than regular fire. But yeah, and here is the biogas bag a year later, and show you what it looks like completely full of gas. And we use it regularly, and we really love it and highly recommend. So if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, like, follow. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.